Other interesting business news, you have Miller Lite to debut beer mints, which I never thought was a thing until now. Now, this comes to us thanks to Mike Snyder over at USA Today. And, excuse me, now they note that Miller Lite is releasing a non-alcoholic beer mints for those participating in Dry January. So in terms of marketing, it is kind of hilarious to juxtapose this to Budweiser, where Budweiser said, why don't you celebrate the new year with a bucket of beer? Which, I can't think of a sadder way to ring in the new year than drinking a Budweiser. I mean, at least have a good whiskey or something so you don't, something that actually tastes good. But nevertheless, this is an interesting juxtaposition where this company is trying to, I don't think this is really going to expand the product categories in terms of this is going to be a big part of their business in the future. I mean, because again, for how much revenue they get from the actual liquids that they sell, I mean, I should clarify, I don't think this is going to be a huge product category. I think it'll be maybe more successful than a traditional novelty item. Now, they describe this, say that, let's see here. They say these mints will have, which, this is a quote, the same great taste as Miller Lite, only without the beer, unquote. Which, again, I'm not a beer connoisseur, but does anyone really like the taste of Bud Light, Miller Lite, Budweiser? I understand they're a entry-level price point beer beverage, and they have some alcohol in them, so you could certainly inebriate yourself, but I don't know, even back when I was in college, it was, I mean, Bud Light and all the, those beers are just kind of known as being just low price point beer. It wasn't too much brand loyalty. Now they say the new beer mints will sell for $5 for a tin of 40 mints, and they will go on sale at MillerLiteBeerMints.com January 12th, while supplies last. Now they also note that a second beer mint drop is planned for January 19th. And when asked for comment, they said, quote, we created beer mints for the folks participating in Dry January who might miss the taste of Miller Lite while being out with friends this January, unquote. This is from Ann Legion, the Vice President of Marketing for Miller Products at Molson Coors, which obviously, or not obviously, if you're not aware, that's a parent company behind that particular brand. And I can't help it. Is this just for hardcore alcoholics? Because again, it's not that great of a taste to begin with. I can't help but think if you're so desperate to have the taste of Miller Lite that you have to buy mints, you might need some professional help, or maybe just have a couple of extra friends in your life. Now, when asked for additional comment, she said, quote, if you love the taste of beer but want to take a break from the ABV for the month, we're offering consumers the perfect way to enjoy Miller Lite without breaking any resolutions. Beer mints may be a little unexpected, but we're confident our fans will love their great taste, along with a surprising note of spearmint, unquote. Which, a beer, I don't think, I was just about to say it might be more popular to have a product like a mint-infused beer, but even that I think would probably be as popular as what they're making here, which is these beer mints. And when asked for, now they claim this is how they taste. You'll taste the freshness of mint, but when you chew the mint, the subtle great taste of Miller Lite emerges, unquote. And it's hilarious. I have to describe what a mint is. So they clarify too as well. They say, quote, the mint leaves consumers' breath feeling fresh and their taste buds hoppy, unquote. Which, I guess I do appreciate a little pun or a little wordplay where it says hoppy instead of happy. I don't know if that's intended or not, but that's how I interpreted it. So again, it'll be interesting to see how much demand there is for beer-flavored mints. But, I mean, this seems like one of those novelty things. Like Kevin literally always says on Shark Tank, where there's certain products where they're not investable in terms of you're not going to knock it out of the park, you can't make a living on the product, but there are certain novelty items that can make a short-term profit. And think of things like the Pet Rock, which was actually brilliant marketing. People bought a Pet Rock, which was just a rock in a box with a little manual. I mean, that was brilliant marketing. It made a guy a millionaire, and the cost of goods are very, 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 small. But you only buy it once, and again, it's a novelty. It's not something to make your life more productive, and certainly not to make you more intellectually creative. I mean, this seems like a stocking stuffer for Christmas for like an alcoholic uncle or something. But let me know in the comments, would you ever purchase Miller Lite beer mints And do you think this will be a long-term product? Will this just be they make this 1 year and they never do it again? Or could this be so successful that they sell it throughout the year, not just in dry January and when people are attempting to have New Year's resolutions? And I say attempting because unfortunately many people don't write down their goals. Just statistically speaking, that means they're less likely to achieve their goals. A lot of people get discouraged, they stop it. Nevertheless, I don't know. To me, given the volume of product they could probably move, they'll probably make a short-term profit on this. And who knows? I might be wrong. This might be the best idea in the world, and maybe tomorrow everyone will have their pockets lined with beer mints. But I don't know. I would say this is most likely going to be a short-term trend, but who knows? As I always say, time shall tell. Thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of January, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up and a comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, so let me know how I can improve the quality of the show. Also helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps some more people see it. Also, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.